What's going on, guys? My name is Dexterity and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over a list I made on the top 10 worst maps in Call of Duty history. The growth I've had lately has been insane, so if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and join the family, and obviously like the video if you enjoyed it. This list that I made is all my opinion and isn't 100% sorted out, considering all these maps are bad and are pretty difficult to settle which maps are worse than others. This will be sorted from best to worst, 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. And there are many more maps in the Call of Duty franchise that are bad, so maybe there will be another worst maps video. If you guys had any ideas on what you would change on this list, be sure to leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best to reply to every comment that I can. But with that out of the way, let's get into the list. Up at number 10, we have Atlas Superstore from Modern Warfare. This map is one of my most hated maps in Modern Warfare because it's extremely campy and difficult to navigate through, because no matter where you go, you can get shot in the back because it's like a damn maze when you're going around the freezers. Also, when the game mode Search and Destroy, one bomb is in the closed area and the other is out in the open, so one bomb is favored more than the other. This isn't the worst map I've seen, so that's why I threw it at number 20. On number 9, we have Flooded from Call of Duty Ghost. If you remember this map, then you'll remember that the water was so damn annoying. You could not navigate through the center of the map without accidentally falling in the water, and because there were no swimming mechanics in the game, you were bound to die after like 10 seconds by drowning. And don't even get me started on the office side of the map. That office is a complete maze, and it is so annoying because you will always get shot either in the back or by someone that is camping in a corner. On to number 8, we have the map Apalis. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now this pick is really self-explanatory. The map is so big, now you would think that the center palace would be where everyone goes, but that's not the case. Most people usually just flank around and shoot you in the back. It was also pretty difficult to navigate through the palace because people could be anywhere. Because there are so many corridors and corners that you could be in. There are just people that could be just sitting anywhere. Now they tried switching this to a ground war map because it was originally a 10v10 map, but the map even in ground war is dog shit. Also, just a quick honorable mention with ground war maps, Tavor's District is a close second, mainly because it's way open and everyone camps in buildings. And that's all I have to say on that map. Now with number 7, I chose Youre Damn from Call of Duty 3. Now with COD 3, I know probably only a handful of you would have played this, but this is my favorite Call of Duty, and obviously Youre Damn is a classic map, and I do like it, but it is on this list for how big it is, considering COD 3 isn't a mobile COD game per se. I mean, yeah, you have vehicles, but it was very difficult to navigate through the map without getting sniped by someone sitting in a building, watching the big-ass open area near the dam, so for all you STG and MP40 players, this map was a nightmare for you. And it also just made it worse because there was only a few houses where you could have close quarter encounters, but in order to get there, you had to pass through the middle of the map, which you were just getting fucked up by snipers. With number 6, we are going to go with Piccadilly from Modern Warfare. Jesus, where do I start with this one? First things first, they completely ignored the 3-lane design and turned the map into a goddamn circle. But here's the thing, what makes you think that it's a good idea to make a map where you place a bunch of spots dedicated to snipers and just throw a shit ton of buses everywhere? This map literally gives you the easiest opportunity to get an off-spawn snipe if the enemy team doesn't throw a smoke as they're leaving spawn. And the unfortunate part is that I can actually go off on this map because I took the time to learn it, which was an awful experience, by the way. The only reason I decided to learn it is because it is in the basic CDL rotation, so I was kind of forced to. The only positive thing I have to say about this map is that the callouts are very easy to learn for beginners that are trying to learn the pro tips and tricks. On to number 5, we are listing a very disgusting map, and that map is Exodus from BO3. This map genuinely hurts my eyes. The loading screen is so unappealing and makes me want to quit before I even load in. It's filled with like brown colors and just ugly like beige colors. Like it gives you beige vibes. Like, you know those old like beige PC towers? Like, it's giving you type of those vibes. Like not good nostalgia, but just heart failure. That's the best I could come up with. This map's color scheme will make Farmville look like a AAA game. In all seriousness though, this map had multiple lag issues and glitches. There were also plenty of hiding spots which only served a good purpose in S&D because you could use them for ninja defusing as well, but those spots being used in normal modes like TDM or domination were just annoying as hell. And yes, I'm talking about you little ledge above the stairs. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, but god, I hated this spot, but it was so fun to use because you could just pick up a shit ton of kills. And with number 4, we are getting worse and worse with these maps. We have Wasteland from Modern Warfare 2. Fun fact, this is actually a remake from COD 2 called Brecourt, which I didn't know until I was researching for this video, so that's pretty cool. But back on the topic, this map held some of the longest games of Modern Warfare 2 that I've ever seen. You will be walking around the outskirts expecting to find people, but then end up getting pissed off because you got sniped. All the action took place in the center of the map, which only had like 3 entrances too. Also on one side of the center, I'm pretty sure there were like mounted turrets or something that you could use, but I could be wrong about that. This map also had a horrible color scheme, but it was just due to the fact that Modern Warfare 2 wasn't very saturated. But then again, Wasteland was just like an orange desert with an occasional green tree and grass, but that was it. Now on to number 2, we have Gustav Cannon from COD World War II. This map is horrific. With its big open landscape and campy players, it's definitely not for everybody. The main reason that this map and Derail are on the list is because they are technically community voted because nobody likes them. I actually had a few decent games on this map where I popped off, but in the most cases, I had a pretty bad time playing on this map, dealing with campers because you really couldn't walk around the map without getting your head blown off by a Kar 98. And even if you try to negate that by going up top mid, you're met by the SMG players that are sitting up there with their thumbs up their asses waiting for you to fall into their death trap so that they can mow you down with an MP40. This map can trigger you on a whole nother level. This map is absolutely disgraceful when it comes to playing gun game, because you would get set up with these whack ass guns in a completely long range map. If you got in a lobby and saw that you were about to play Gustav Cannon, you are guaranteed leaving the lobby. The absolute only thing this map was good for was sniper 1v1s because it is easy to find each other. Actually, another fun fact, I actually staged an old trolling video on this map with my friend a few years ago. If I remember to, then that video will be linked in the description if you are interested. Now finally, with number 1, we have Stonehaven from COD Ghost. I think everyone can agree this is the worst map in COD history, hands down. Who the absolute hell gets on COD Ghost, which is clearly the best COD of all time, it's a joke by the way, and goes, yeah, I hope you play on Stonehaven. I really can't wait to have an anxiety attack waiting for someone to come around the corner in the castle, which is all the way in the corner of the map. Sorry, I got a little heated. You really couldn't use an SMG on this map. You were forced to use ARs in this map because of how open it was. Now, Infected was the 100% worst game mode to play on this map, and I think you could guess why. It's because you couldn't find anyone. Everyone would either be camped up in a castle or laying down in the vegetation on the outskirts of the map, and even if you got the whole lobby infected except one guy, it would be practically impossible to find that last guy because you could literally be anywhere. Sorry, I feel like I've been rambling on the same topic. Did I mention that you can't find anyone in this map? You could literally take Minecraft's randomly generated world and compare it to Stonehaven, and Minecraft would be more interesting. Oh, I feel like I'm running in circles. I don't know where anyone is. I wonder why. I don't know. Maybe it's because this map is the equivalent to Kim Kardashian's ass. I seriously have nothing else to rant on about this map. It's actually really easy to drop chem strikes on this map because you can literally just camp the castle and wait for people to walk in, and they wouldn't even know that you're there. Playing on this map makes me want to harvest organs from the youth of South Dakota. It's a Merc music reference, by the way. Haha, shout out to you. This map is hands down the worst designed map in COD history, and the worst part is there were multiple world design professionals that looked at this map and were like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then they ended up letting this map into the finished game. So yeah, that is my top 10 worst maps in COD history. Like I said, this is all opinion based, and I would love to hear your opinions on these picks in the comments section below. I do plan to do more top 10 videos like this. And while you're heading down there to the comments, please consider leaving a like and share this video with people that you think might enjoy it, considering it is my job to entertain. Oh yeah, and subscribe as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.